Hey YouTube. So it seems like the black community, at least lately, I'll say lately, because I'm not completely familiar with all the black celebrities and entertainers from the previous generations, but I'll say lately. But it seems that lately the black community hasn't been launching dark-skinned women's careers that much. You know, you know how oftentimes, you know, some people will be popular, some black people will be really popular in the black community, then they go into the mainstream, you know? It seems like, the black, the dark-skinned black female celebrities that we do have, many of them don't seem to really, they didn't really seem to get their start in the black community, you know? Like, for example, like Lupita. Black people do like Lupita, but, primarily she's been put on by, white people, not so much black people. Like, you can't really see Lupita in, like, you know, a Hood movie or a Tyler Perry movie or an Oprah Winfrey production or a Lee Daniels. You know what I mean? You kind of get what I'm saying here? Like, Lupita, I don't know, I'm not exactly sure why, black people seem to like her, but I'm not sure if she was able to get her career started in the black community, you know? And then some people can even say, look at look at the role that she had to play for her breakout role, the role of a slave, right? Yeah. But that's another story, though. That's another video. Um, Another dark female dark-skinned female celebrity, Viola Davis, right? And I think Viola Davis, she has played in some, like, quote unquote, black productions. I believe so. But like, I'm not sure if Viola Davis's career really took off within the black community until she got put on by white people. It's not like black people hit on her first, then white people hit on her. It was more like, it seemed like the opposite, with like Lupita and Viola Davis. It seemed like the white people put them up, and then the black people were like, hey, like, that's what's up, you know. You know, some dark skinned women that maybe seem to have like a career in the black community and seem to, you know, the black community are hitting on them. I think perhaps Gabrielle Union, but at times I don't even think that she's really all that dark skinned. Actually, she's more like brown skin. I guess we can we include her? You know, dark skinned women. Your call. You know, you have you completely have a right to choose who you feel represents you and who you feel does not represent you. You know, but I don't know. For me personally, though, because sometimes I just see Gabrielle Union and I'm like, sometimes they kind of hype her up as like a low key, like, the dark skinned female savior, and I'm like, is she really that dark skinned though? She's more like a kind of like a peanut butter brown type of thing going on. But if you feel, but then even then that will turn into an issue then and be like, okay, now the brown skin peanut butter girls are representing dark skin, the safe dark skin, right? So that'll be an issue next. And then you got Tika Sumpter. you know um, I'm not sure if her careers could really be considered on the level of like a Viola Davis or a Lupita, but I think kind of like one of those people that maybe black people kind of sort of fool with, one of those dark skinned black actresses that they kind of sort of fool with a little bit. But, you know, if you compare her with how, you see Paula Patton being treated, you see that there's a bit of a disparity, a disparity there, you know. As far as black women who are considered beautiful and like beauty icons, you know, they almost always seem to be launched by white people. You know, they don't seem to get their start in the black community at all when it comes to that, right? Like, your Iman Bowies, your Beverly Johnsons, mm, heck, even kind of like Kenya Moore, I think. I think she was like Miss USA or something like that. Like, technically, I think that was white people too, you know. So when it comes to the beauty icons, I don't think the black community seems to be really promoting dark skin black female beauty much at all. You know, they seem to be going for more of the, you know, Eurocentric or European adjacent beauty. You know, basically the light skinned biracial women wanting them to represent black beauty, black female beauty, right? you know. And to jump back to the actresses and entertainers, right quick, like Whoopi Goldberg, I think she was put on by white people too. I'm not even sure if she really had her really start in the black community. I think white people put her on, then black people hit on her. Like, oh, Whoopi Goldberg, all right. um, I think Leslie Jones is another one. You know, I think white people really seem to have given her start. Although Leslie Jones had done, she did like Comic View, I think, or Def Comedy Jam, um, and stuff like that. But it's just like, no, it didn't seem to really take off. Like she wasn't like a seemingly, it wasn't. It seemed like she wasn't really a big deal in the black community. Because some people probably will argue like, oh yeah, black people, discovered her first. Some people, with a lot of these examples that I'm naming, but it's like they may have known about them, but I don't think they really put them on. Like they put on like Beyonce or Paula Patton or Alicia Keys. Like lately, like let's think about it. What black, what dark-skinned black female entertainers has the black community been launching as far as their careers have, been putting them on like that, as far as actresses? I guess Tika Sumpter, maybe. As far as singers, perhaps Kelly Rowland, maybe, as far as like beauty icons, you know, people, dark skinned women who are considered beautiful, I guess Kelly Rowland. She always seems to be like the go to for like dark skinned female beauty for some reason, And not to say that Kelly Rowland isn't beautiful and she doesn't deserve that, because I think that Kelly Rowland does just, deserve more shine than what she gets. But I'm like, there are other dark skinned women in the community, you know, who can also represent dark skinned female beauty, who would be a good look for it. But I think we have to start sort of asking these type of questions like, does the black community want dark skinned females to represent black beauty? Black female beauty? Like, do they want dark skinned black females to be representatives of the black community in one form or another? I think when it comes to, you know, you know how it goes when it comes to the acting roles. When they want like a negative attitudinal black woman, they know who to go to for that. They don't tend to go to the light skinned biracial chicks for that role, right? When they want the sapphire, or when they want, you know, the hood rat or the hoochie mama, those type of negative roles. They know who to go to for that. They so this is specific. This is like, you know, calculated. All right, this is calculated. Yeah. Heck, one more thing, like the rappers, female rappers, you know, like really, I don't think the community's launching much of any female rappers, you know. But Nicki Minaj kind of just got that whole lane on lock, you know. Um, and that's the thing too. It's like a lot of times when it comes to like, rap, they want, they'll definitely go for the dark skinned men for that, but the women not so much. I think back in the day, they did, because you still, Missy Elliott's still around, but she hasn't done much in a while though. And there are those women around, but they're just not. I don't know. They just ain't in the mainstream, and I just think part of the reason is that because the black community ain't really launching them, right? You know, and also because when it comes to rap, like for females to be successful in rap, they kind of have to be more so sexual with it. Um, and I think they want that sexuality and sensuality coming from a light skinned woman more than a dark skinned woman. Even though we know there are sexy dark skinned women that can fill that position, but I just don't think, I don't know, I think the black community has a really narrow, one dimensional idea of what beauty is when it comes to women, you know, black women. And it piggybacks off of, the white standard of beauty, you know. You know. And if you're judging black women off of the white standard of beauty, then that's not fair, and that puts black women at a disadvantage, you know. Um, but I will say that, black men and also just black people in general who are in charge of, you know, signing people, giving people acting roles, opportunities in the entertainment industry and whatnot. I think they just really need to put forth a little more effort to find dark skinned women who can fill these positions, fill these roles, because they're out there. They're just not getting the attention because people feel like, oh, it's more like it's easier to market, the biracial light skinned females who are closer to the white European standard of beauty versus kind of like trying to take a risk and being a bit more, um, going against the grain a bit more. You know, the thing is, white people have done it, right? And they have. That's the thing. Like white people have actually seemingly done this more than black people. I could be wrong, but seemingly, when it comes to the beauty aspect, at least, I think white people have been more so giving their stamp of approval. Like, all right, this dark skinned woman right here, she's beautiful. Let's celebrate her. you know, you know, again, your Iman Bowie's, your Naomi Campbell's, um, Beverly Mitchell's, Beverly Johnson's. Sorry, the beauty icons. They got their start with white people, not with black people, right? But then some black men kind of feel some type of way when these women only want to date and marry white men. You know, You know, I'm not sure about Beverly Johnson, but the other ones, yeah, um, you know. But I'll say like a lot of them that do get put on by white people seem to kind of deal romantically with white people more, which, you can argue like, hey, you're just going to the people who seemingly appreciate you, right? Another story for another day. I'm going to bring this video to a close. I could go on for a minute, like a little while longer, but I'm going to bring this video to a close, y'all. So thanks for watching. Leave your comments. I really appreciate them. Until the next video, adios and goodbye for now.